Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Processing with Mika. Um, how you guys? How you guys doing today? How's your day been? What's the weather like? Um, it's very cold, and I'm guessing all of the people watching right now are also where I am because most of them are my friends. So probably cold for you guys, huh? I'm feeling awfully a lot more colder these days. I don't know why. But I also did get sick, so that could be another reason why I'm freezing. But my one go-to is taking a bath at night because like right before sleeping, cuz like taking a bath with like warm water right before you're sleeping, oh, it's literally heaven. Amazing. Like you don't feel a pinch of cold from anywhere. And like whatever cold there is, it actually feels really nice because it was so warm when you were taking a bath and then you stepped out and all the steam is like on the mirror and everything. And then if there's like a cool air coming from somewhere, it feels really, really nice. So if somebody does not do that already, try it. Might be nice. Let me know if you like it. Okay. So, yeah, that's about that. And today, actually, I wanted to talk about like something embarrassing happened this morning. Not a big deal at all, but it was embarrassing. So I kind of like wrote down things that I wanted to talk about today just because I kind of wanted to go with a more organized format and also because I wanted to talk about specific things. I wanted to mention really specific things that I had to write down. So yeah, I'm going to be looking at my computer screen, which is also, by the way, presenting these psychedelic lights because it's already dark and I don't want to turn my light on because then that ruins the aesthetic. So we're going to be working with this multicolored thing on my screen. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into processing. So the thought for today. Um I get embarrassed very easily and quickly. Like that's one thing that I think everybody should know about me. Or not everybody should know about me, but it is good to know cuz the thing is when I do get embarrassed, I have a very weird way of coping with it too. Like I often feel like I have to let people know, the people that wouldn't judge me for it, I have to let them know immediately. Like as soon as something happens, I need to tell them. I'll either text you, I'll either call you, like something or the other, but that is my way of coping with it. Like I want them to react to it. Let me know if it was as big of a deal as I think it is. And if it's not, then I'm good. If it is, I've already like shared my pain. I'm done. I'm over it now. After I'm done sharing and like also talking about it for a while. And I want everybody to like whoever is on the other end of that call, I want them to like listen to me very intently because that was embarrassing for me. So you have to sit and listen to me. The thing is, I'm also like really clumsy, and I feel like people know that. The moment I do something embarrassing, I feel like everybody knows, oh, Mihika's the clumsy one. She does all the fuck ups. And that's what I'm terrified of because, like, I don't want to be labeled as clumsy, even though I know I am. Not the most, like, I'm not the clumsiest person in the room, but I have the tendencies. So I don't want to be labeled as a clumsy person, you know? Like, that's kind of embarrassing too, being labeled as a clumsy person. I could, no, I could never, no. Okay, so the thing is, I decided for today, I'm going to be listing a couple of things that I've been embarrassed of or that I get embarrassed by. And I'm hoping that most of them are things that you can relate to. And as soon as I say it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I know what you mean. Been there. Um, and I'm not trying to unlock any embarrassment. Like, these are not things that are like not said already. But it's just like when I was thinking about things that make me embarrassed, these are the things I could come up with. So if you don't feel embarrassed by certain things, do not hold me accountable for somebody who's unlocked those things for you. Okay? So, um, okay. So we're gonna go into categories. So first of all, I have when I confess my feelings all 6 times. So I've had a lot of crushes in the past, but these ones were the ones that I decided to confess to. And these weren't like proper confessions. They were more like, oh, I liked you type of thing. Or some of them were more like, I like you right now type of thing. But yeah, all of them made me super embarrassed and I never want to do it again. Um, I think it was horrible. That's why I was saying this the last time too in my rejection thing, but confessing is the worst. Just I don't like doing it, and I don't like when people are like, "No, get it over with." Like just do it. Rip the band-aid. I don't want to rip the band-aid. The wound is still pretty deep. And what I'm doing is I'm not just ripping it, I'm also pouring salt into it. Like I don't want if I like a person, I'm just going to stand back, admire, and if they feel like they admire me too, they can come to me. That's how it works in my brain. I know it's not realistic, but I've heard a lot of stories, where like, oh my God, he saw me at the bar and then he came up to me and then he talked to me. Why can't I do that? I'll just wait for when that happens. Because I'm not confessing anymore. I've decided that after the last confession I did, I decided I am never going to be doing that ever again. Um, when I don't know what my friends are talking about, yeah, I think that goes for everybody. Like when you're like in a group of people and like your friends are talking about a certain topic and you're just sitting there being like it's a very joy in friends moment. I know it's like I'm not copy pasting anything. I've been there, done that. That's why I'm mentioning it. But it is very like I think it's a very common occurrence. I feel like everybody might have gone through this, right? When I mispronounce a word. This is this is very embarrassing. And the thing is, the reason why it's more embarrassing is because my friends will mention it. My brother will mention it. They're going to correct me right then and there and make me feel shitty about it. You know? I mean, it's fine if you're doing that one on one, and then we just laugh about it, ha ha ha. If it's in a group of people, thankfully that hasn't happened yet. But if that happens, I would just dig a hole and bye. I don't want to be anywhere near that situation where I'm in a group of people and people are mentioning the word that I said that I mispronounced. Um, I'm going a little too hard on this list. Let me just wear my glasses. They're not numbered, by the way. Another little embarrassing thing, I guess. But I like wearing these glasses, so what are you gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna wear it, and you're just gonna see me wearing it. Okay. Um, when I don't know something about my own culture and traditions, this one truly sucks. Like, this one makes me feel so shitty. More than embarrassed, it makes me feel shitty because it's like, when you grew up in a certain culture and when you have certain traditions that you're supposed to perform, um, it's just kind of like when you don't know what to do and you're just like sitting there being like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. you seem uncultured. Um, I mean, it's different if you're like, if you weren't brought up with the same traditions and cultures. But if you have and you still don't know, then that's embarrassing. And I've been in those situations before, so I'm trying to improve on that. Next one would be when the awkward. Okay, yeah. So when, like, when you're walking and you kind of just like come across a person who's walking in front of you, and then there's like this little like, should I go first or you go first type of thing. The thing is, this is not a meet cute. It's not a romantic movie. This is not fucking, I don't know. This is not Bollywood. This is not Hollywood. This is not a rom-com. If that happens in real life, it feels so weird cuz like both of you are looking down into the ground. Like you want to see the crust of the earth because you don't want to make any eye contact while that stupid shit's happening where it's like, "Oh my god, And like the thing is, it's worse here because like people don't even say anything. They're just like I mean, I don't want to say anything either, but it's just more awkward. The silence and the moving, the slow stepping and going for. Oh, okay. Um, sorry. When I wave at someone and they smile back. Yeah. Okay. So this is okay. This is vice versa. So it's like when I'm waving and they smile back, and then when they're waving, I smile back. It's just like a, oh, you waved, I should have just waved back, or I waved, you should have waved back, or just like, like match my energy. Um, when I wave at someone who wasn't waving at me, I think that's like classic embarrassing moment. Every movie, every teen movie's done that before. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I know, but it does happen, and it's it really is embarrassing. So it actually happened to me in a restaurant recently. Me and my friends, we were just sitting, three of us. We were talking, actually, a very heated discussion. And I recognized somebody from another class of mine. And even though we had never spoken, we used to sit pretty close. So we were aware of each other's existence, and we had, like, in class discussions. And so I see him walk by with another guy, and he waves. Now the thing is, this restaurant's pretty close to my university. So pretty sure there were other people behind me who also go to the same campus. And so he could easily be waving at them too. So he waved. And for a minute I was like, but then I was like, I know this guy. Let me wave at him. And then his friend, who I barely know, waves even louder, like, oh my God. And then I look back, and it was this girl, and she was doing the same amount of wave, and I was like, oh. Yeah. And then I immediately told my friends about it while we were sitting there. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? Okay. When I walk into someone I know where I wasn't hoping to run into them. Yeah. I think that one too, right? Like it's just not about the clothes that I'm wearing in that moment or anything like that, but it's just like the absurdity of like, I genuinely wasn't expecting you here. Why are you here? Why am I stuck in the situation where I have to be, having this like interaction with you? Like you are not supposed to be here. Simple as that. Um when someone compliments me. Yeah, this is a bit of an odd one. But like, I don't know, maybe it's like a self-esteem thing or something, but like I just feel like sometimes compliments, like even though it's my friends and they probably mean it genuinely, it just makes me feel a little embarrassed in that moment because like I want to be complimented. Of course, I asked them personally, like, please let me know, da 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 da. But when they actually do tell me that it's nice, I'm just like, are you just saying that to saying it? No, are you just saying that to say it? Cause like if it's not true, just be honest. Like I know it can be like it is cringe, I know, but like you can be honest. I'm not gonna be offended. Please tell me honestly. So yeah, that's that's another one. Um, when I'm talking to someone but don't know where to, oh yeah. So like when you're talking to somebody and you don't know really like you don't know where to look, and I usually concentrate on the eyes or the lips, but then it gets awkward because I when you're looking at the eyes you're going like not that much, but like you know what I mean, like you're looking at both eyes and you're like, and then when you're looking at the lips it just looks like you're like major fuckboy energy. Don't look at the lips. I think that's the way to go about it. Um when I remember someone from my past, but they don't. Oh. So this has happened to me before too. But recently I went to a wedding and I came across somebody who I knew, who I went to school with. And I was like, "Hey, how you been?" And that person was just like, "Hey." And they're like super confused and I was like, "Oh fuck. They don't remember who I am." And like the thing is, it that's just so like I know it's like it's not important that everybody you remember remembers you back. That's like that's not where I'm going with this. But it's just like the entire interaction after that was so awkward. Cause I mean I was just glad that there was another person there who was like, oh, by the way, like you remember her? She was in the same school. And the person's just like, no, I'm so sorry, I don't remember you at all. At all? Dude, you don't remember me, that's fine. At all? You had to really add at all? Like, chill. It's okay. Don't need to make it worse than it already is. But I was like, no, no, no. It's okay. That's fine. I was very low key. Never. Never been low key in my entire life. Ever. But, to put a band aid on the situation, you have to say stuff that doesn't really, it's not true, but, you know, it, maybe I was low key. You know what? Maybe in my head I was just a loud ass chick, but maybe in reality I was low key, I was quiet, I was demure, but I just wasn't aware of it, which is again very demure of me. Okay, when my dad starts talking, I feel bad about saying this, but okay. Um, the thing is, my personality is a lot like my mom's. So for me, I'm very talkative and I know how to like, I know how who to talk to and how like, I can switch it up a little bit. But I feel like when my dad talks, it's just like on the same level with everybody. And like sometimes like he has so many dad jokes. And it's like it's not something that like you've heard before. It's just naturally comes out and it's like, what are you saying? Please stop talking, I beg of you. Like the amount of times that like my friends have come over and they'll be like, Ravi uncle, and my dad's like, what's uncle? Call me bhaiya, which basically means call me your elder brother. What? No, you're my father. Your uncle. You're old. Get with it. I know he's joking, but time and place, like moments. Pick and choose your moments. Don't just say it in front of anybody. Anyways, when I'm the third wheel, yeah, I think that goes for everybody. Everybody and their mothers would be embarrassed to be a third wheel. I think I don't need to explain that any further. When someone asks me where they should go in India or Japan, yeah, again, this is kind of similar to the culture and tradition thing, but this is more just like I don't travel that much. So like people expecting me to answer like, "Oh my god, I'm coming to Japan next month. Where should I go?" Babe, I don't know. I go to university, I go to the station, I come back home. That's it. That's my routine. I don't really do much after that. That's it. Drawing the line right there. I love coming back home. I just want to be home. I want to be at my friend's house. I want to be at my house. I want to be at anybody's house. I love going home. I love traveling too. Like I don't mind going on walks and stuff, but I don't like having a specific destination to go to. It's nice to plan like what time do you want to meet? We'll meet here. We'll do this. But after going there, I kind of wanted to be like, let's walk around. Let's find a nice cafe and sit down. Like that's the vibe, you know? I don't really have things that I like, oh yeah, note this place down. You should go here next time. And also in India, like I didn't grow up there, and the time that I did spend there was mostly like in boarding school or at home. I don't really go out much, never even traveled around India. I've just been to my hometown. Here and there, yes, but like that's also like for weddings and stuff like that, like not for travel purposes. So when people ask me like, "Oh, where should I go to in like where should I go in India?" I have no answer. It's not genuine. I'll give you an answer from Google, but like you could have searched that by yourself. So I feel so like such a waste to ask me, like, you know, and I know like, you know, they should be asking me. It's fair. I am from India, but I've never traveled around. So how would I know, bro? Anyways, let me see. I think I'm gonna go through another category. I have a lot here, and I think if I try to cover all of them up, it would um it would be a 2 hour episode. So we're just gonna do one more category, and then maybe we can continue this tomorrow or some other day. We'll see. Okay. When I was trying to, oh, this one. Okay. So this is a little story time, I guess. So basically, when we were in school, me and my best friend from high school, we were like trying to catch each other. I don't know why. And we were fully like grade nine. No, grade eighth. Yeah. We're fully in eighth grade and we're running around the Japanese room trying to catch each other. And she's running. So first she tries to catch me. She catches me and then I'm like, okay, coming. I'm gonna come get you. And when I'm trying to run behind her, I slip and I fall. And I fall like, bang, like, you know, just just a slip, a tiny little slip of the foot, and I am face down. Nothing happened. I didn't hit my face because we wouldn't be here otherwise. But no, I didn't hit my face. But it was like a full like chest drop. Like, you know, like everything else was hurt. My knees, my chest, my ego, my dignity, my guts, my self-esteem, everything went down into dust. And yeah, I think that was very embarrassing because there was a lot of other people in that room because it was like a common Japanese room. Like, you know, we used to sit there, all of us, like a bunch of grades would be gathered, and then, you know, we would sit in like like straight rows, and then so like all the younger ones, like my kohais and like my senpais, were all in one room, and it was pretty bad. But yeah, that's one thing. Then when I dropped something on the train, yeah, I've actually lost an earphone doing that. And those are my favorite earphones. They weren't AirPods cuz god forbid I would cry my ass off if I ever lost AirPods, but thank god they were just some cheap ass Amazon bought Bluetooth earphones at the time, and we survived after that. So that was fine. I said when I fall. So this morning, the incident that I was going to share with you guys. Um, so I was running to the station, like, listening to my old Bollywood music, and I'm like really rapid walking. And I don't know why the train wasn't even there, but I decided to like hop and like jump on the stairs. And my jeans were really baggy, and they got caught up in my boot, and I fell on all fours, my hands and my knees. Like I literally landed on my knees. The only reason that I'm safe and sitting here in front of you guys today speaking is because I landed on my knees. My knees suffered. Um, but yeah, the embarrassing part of this was like, when you fall, there's like a ow, like a ooh sound that you make, because it's just like that's normal. And my ass decided to make the oh sound. Oh, oh, who the like? There was a person coming downstairs, and when they saw me fall, they stopped. But the moment I let out that sound, they left. That bad, huh? That you just left? You wouldn't think "Daijoubu desu ka" would be like a good way of like, no, ooh, and out. Too scared. Um, and okay, this one's when I fart or burp. Okay, let's be honest. Both things, very normal, very part of our life. If you don't do it, there's probably something wrong with you. So, why do I feel embarrassed by that? I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, there's like, you know, people etiquettes and everything. Like, you shouldn't be burping that loud in front of people or farting. But if it happens, it happens. You can't really control it. And holding it in is probably worse. So, I'm trying to tell myself to not get embarrassed by that, but it is what it is. When I cough or blow my nose in public, this has happened a lot more. Like this has become a lot more embarrassing since COVID happened, because God forbid you cough or blow your nose, like all eyes on you. No one's looking into their phone, no one's looking out the window, no one's checking what station it is next. It's just you and your cough and your nose blowing. That's the main plot of the train ride. When I walk too fast. Okay, so the thing is, I've been told that I walk weird, and thanks to my brother for bringing that to my attention. But apparently, I walk weird, so when I walk fast, I walk even weirder. So, something to look forward to. When my shoes make a sound. Okay, yeah. So, this is more like during rainy season, and like when you just walked all the way to university or somewhere else, and it's like super quiet, like almost like pin drop silence library moment, and then your shoes are just squeaking. When my phone makes a sound in public. Yeah. I think that's also quite embarrassing, right? Like when y- your phone or your alarm just goes off in the train, and it's kind of, yeah. I have a little story time about that, but maybe I should cover it later because we're already way beyond the time limit. Um, when my phone drops in public, yeah, dropping anything in public, very embarrassing. When I get lost through Google Maps, that is just fantastic. You're following directions on the damn map. And like people back in the day were using paper as their map, and we have a digital phone. And if you still get lost while using that, it's a you problem. It could be the app's problem as well, but it's more a you problem, because like how are you getting lost after that? When I can't stop my bike at the right time at the signal. Yeah. When you're like really in the zone and you're like, oh my God, I have to get there really quick. And then it was green a second ago, but then it just turned red. And you were like, and it's not like kakoi. It's not like the cool type of stopping. It's like oh my God, I'm going to fall on my face right now if I don't stop. Stop, you know? Um, when I get Wet. Oh yeah. um Whenever you wash your hands and then you do this little thing and the water gets on your pants or your shirt or your jacket, that embarrasses me. It dries off, but for the moment, it's embarrassing. When you spill something, like when I spill something on me, that I think that's a classic again. Like, it's like the waving thing. Like when I spill something on myself, it's pretty embarrassing. I've done a couple of spills in my life. I've had a wine spill, a coffee spill, water spill is very common. It doesn't even affect me anymore. Water spills are just fine. It's okay, it'll dry off. Coffee stains are crazy. I Coffee is the worst because it also smells like shit, you know? For like it's it's just got the most horrible smell within 2 minutes and you're stinking, reeking. So yeah, not the best. But that's my list as of now. Okay? And we're going to cut it off here because I feel like too much. I thought I could get over, like, I could go through all of these today, but I'm kind of glad because it makes me look more forward to things that I want to talk about. Anyways, that was a little thought for today. And I hope you had fun processing with me. And I love you, I guess. But yeah, have a good day. Think your thoughts, process them properly, and get back to me. Okay? I love you. That was a little creepy. I'm gonna try that one more time without the creepy voice.